What's up, everybody? It is your boy Nick Noodles coming at you with another great video, and today we are throwing it back just a little bit. We're going to be doing a dropless review for week 7 of spring summer 2021. We're going to be looking at some bricks today, probably roasting a lot of these items because it's not looking too hot. If I were you, I would definitely save your money this week. There may be a few items to go for, especially if you have a bot and you can get some of the really good sizes. You can probably make a little bit of lunch money if you secure items Thursday, list them up on Grailed right away and just quick flip it, do like a little bit of a pre-order. That's what I did last week with my St. Michael fleeces. I might do something similar this week, but the items just aren't looking too hot. There are a few items I think may be worth holding, but we're going to get into all of that. Definitely like this video if you're rocking with the channel, and also follow my Instagram at NickNoodlesYT. I am finally going to be doing my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, and so if you're new to the channel, this is your opportunity to get in on it. Even though you technically haven't been around as long as some of my other fans, I hope they don't really mind that. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at this drop list. So I guess we'll just look at some of the most hyped items, starting with this evergreen Zippo. Do not buy this Zippo to resell it. Zippo resell is completely gone. I don't even know the last time a Supreme Zippo has resold in the past year or two. They always have so much stock of these. Just look at this Swarovski crystal lighter from last season. Absolutely brick. A lot of people were selling it on StockX, losing a lot of money on it. So do not pick this Zippo up. I know it's a different color. It's green, you know, so you might be thinking it's going to make you that cash, but it's not. I promise you this thing is going to brick. Okay. Next, we have the Akai MPC Live. This is definitely one of the coolest accessories that we've seen. I'm still waiting for Supreme to do a piano. This definitely isn't for me, and this is really for music professionals for sure. Like if you're like a beginner producer, you know, just downloaded FL Studio, do not go copying this thing because this is definitely for like professional DJs. I actually have a MIDI keyboard back here. This is the Novation, I think it's the NK61. But it's super nice keyboard. It doesn't have weighted keys, but it was like 250 bucks. And I really like that it has 61 keys. It has a bunch of drum pads. So yeah, definitely if you're looking for a nice MIDI keyboard, I highly recommend this one. If this video gets 50 likes, then I will release a Supreme diss track at some point this season, produced and written by your boy Nick Noodles. So if you want to see that, definitely like the video. But yeah. This MPC thing is really, really cool, but unfortunately, it's going to cost over $1,200 or $1,300. I think the normal one is like $1,300, so with the Supreme tax, it's going to be like a $1,500 or $1,600 machine, and because of that, I can't really recommend this for resale, just because the retail is so high. If you have the money to spend and you don't mind losing a couple $100 if it doesn't resell, then by all means, go for it, take that risk, but I honestly wouldn't even try it, especially if you don't have the money to do it. But yeah, I highly doubt there's going to be a high supply of these. So it's definitely not a bad item to hold. But again, only do it if you can afford it. This should not be a priority at all. Moving on, small box hooded sweatshirts. These like don't do very well in my opinion. Small box items, really the only ones that do well are the tees and some of the nicer colorways and some of the money sizes. The sweatshirts aren't really going to be that great, especially because it's going to be what, $150, $170, and it's getting warmer outside. So definitely not a good cop in my opinion. The Gonz logo crew neck. Now you might be thinking, this is a Gonz item. You know, Supreme Gonz items usually do pretty well. The unfortunate thing is it's on a crew neck, and crew neck resale from Supreme is absolutely terrible. A lot of the staple crew necks from previous seasons really aren't doing that great. If you wanted to go for one for some quick lunch money, I think the best one to go for is definitely that blue one and a smaller XL. I think you could definitely make like 20 or 30 bucks on it day one, but the rest, I think you're gonna have a hard time getting your money back. So next, the Intarsia spell out logo. I don't really know what this is referencing, but it's pretty awful, and it is a red label t-shirt, so it's going to be more expensive. Gonz logo beanie. Now, this is probably, if you want to go for a Gonz item, I would probably go for this and hold it till next fall, winter. I was looking at some other Gonz beanies from previous seasons, and some of them are fetching $100+, so this definitely isn't a bad item to single card or even multi-card. If you hold it till next winter, this will probably be a $80 to $100 beanie, and that's almost double retail. But maybe try and double card it with something else on this list. Maybe get the crew neck and the beanie and just hold it till next fall. But I definitely don't see these making any money day one. This Goretex jacket, now if this wasn't Goretex, I could definitely maybe see this reselling, especially in this blue colorway. It's pretty nice. But the fact that it is Goretex means that it's going to cost so much money. This is at least a $300 jacket. So I really wouldn't recommend that for resale. Again, if it wasn't Goretex and it was cheaper, like under 200 retail, then I would say cop it, but I would definitely pass on that for now. Small box sweatpants, wouldn't recommend it at all. Again, with the Goretex pants, if they weren't Goretex and they were cheaper, I would say go for them. But yeah, I can't really put trust in these, especially because it is getting hot as hell outside. Next, we have the reflective patch boonie, and honestly, it's not that bad of a hat. It definitely has a nice summer vibe to it, and it has some pretty nice colors. Like the blue is pretty nice. That olive color is pretty nice, and even the purple is pretty clean. However, Supreme has been doing a lot of boonies recently, and I don't think the resale has been that hot on them. If you are going to go for one, definitely try and multi-card it, maybe with the beanie, and definitely go for the larger sizes. Those usually tend to do better. Maybe you can make some lunch money local, but otherwise, I don't really see too much resale on it. World famous top, definitely, you know, a terrible t-shirt. Like, I don't even want to look at that anymore. Reflective dyed cam cap, maybe the black one. I don't even know why it's like they had a black colorway. I don't know if it's just the picture or what, but you literally can't see any dye on this black hat. So like, what was the point of having this as a colorway? I don't really see it reselling just because there's so many Supreme hats every season, and the colors like aren't that unique. So that's definitely a pass in my opinion. Now this bleached velour long sleeve polo. Now I know what you're thinking. You saw those Nike items go stonks, so you might be thinking, you know, this is next in line. It's a velour. It's not quite Nike, so maybe this could pop off. I highly doubt it. Would not recommend it at all. That is definitely a brick. Now next we have some of the Clayton Patterson items, and I honestly don't know who Clayton Patterson is. Let me look his name up really quickly so that I don't embarrass myself, even though I probably already have. Looks like he's just a Canadian artist, and his style honestly isn't terrible, and you know, some of the items aren't that bad. The only problem is a lot of them are going to be kind of expensive, especially the velvet jacket. It's one of the MA1 jackets, and the MA1 jacket they did last season isn't doing too hot, I don't think. So looking at some of the actual items, I'm not gonna lie, they're not too bad. It's just not something that I like absolutely need for my collection. These 5 panels, I don't think they're going to do that well. They can maybe age over time, but definitely not a lot of first day resale, unless the stock is just ridiculously low on this collaboration. Same thing with the work shirt. I don't think it's going to resell that well, especially because the retail is probably going to be a little bit high, and also it is getting warmer outside. Now the next 2 items could potentially have resale, especially this MA1 jacket, just because the Globe MA1 jacket from I think maybe last season or the season before isn't doing that bad. The only thing is, again, it's getting really hot outside, so not a lot of people are going to be trying to rock this, and the Globe design was arguably better than this one, but definitely not a bad piece. Like if I had the $300 or $400 laying around, I might actually pick this up. It is a velvet piece though, so if you're not a fan of that material, which I don't think a lot of people really are, then it's definitely not for you. Now the jeans might be the best item from the collaboration. This is something that I would definitely buy if I had the money. I really like the darker pair, followed by the light blue, and then lastly the white pair. I would just maybe keep an eye out on sellout times. If these are flying off the site, then maybe, you know, consider picking one up. But again, I'm not really confident in these, and at the end of the day, I really think your best bet is just saving your money for another week. Next, we have the Supreme Doc Martens, and there's nothing too special about these, like, at all. And I was kind of hoping they would do like a boot, because Doc Marten boots are like really popping off right now. Like girls love them. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Supreme had done a boot with Doc Marten and girls went crazy over them. But unfortunately, we're just getting this split toe 5-eye shoe. Now these would look pretty good, you know, for a special occasion. I think Supreme doesn't realize that a lot of people are doing the really cringe trend right now where they wear like Jordans to like their prom or like their wedding. It looks so bad in my opinion, but that's just me. And I was looking at, you know, previous Supreme Doc Marten collaborations, and all of them are pretty much bricks. Like there really isn't any demand for these. If you look at the listings right now, there are some high ask, but all recent sales are like close to retail price. So these are definitely a miss for me. Again, maybe look at the sellout times, and if they're flying off EU, pick one up. This zebra pair is kind of loud. It could maybe even do kind of good, but I highly doubt it. If you're gonna pick any of these up, the black pair is definitely the best one. I heard that Doc Martens are actually like, you know, pretty nice shoes, and they get comfortable after you break them in. So if you're looking for some nice dress shoes and you just have to have Supreme ones, maybe consider picking these up. That pretty much wraps up my thoughts on this week. If you stay till the end of the video, you are definitely a real one. Let me know if you're going for anything this week. I am personally skipping out on it. I'm going to save my money for the Air Force One restock hopefully this Friday, and box logos in the up and coming weeks. But until next time, I will see you on the next video.